guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Vagisha Mishra and today I am going to talk about how to compete in Miss India. So this video goes out for everyone who has been sending me messages on Instagram asking me how to prepare for a beauty pageant, what to keep in consideration and what steps to follow in order to become a Miss India. So it is a very basic process and it's not for somebody who is deeply involved in beauty pageants since many years. So this is solely for the new viewers who have been asking me how to compete in any beauty pageant and especially Miss India. So usually I prepare my script for every video which I make. Whenever I make my review video, I make sure that I do not waver from my point and I am stuck on only one point and I don't talk about here and there, I don't beat the bush. So this is the very first time I have not prepared any script whatsoever because I thought I had been getting many messages that how to prepare for Miss India and what are the basics which we need to keep in mind. So I thought let's just hit this it. So let's get started. So I'm basically going to start by stating the difference between the Femina Miss India and Miss Diva pageant. There are two major pageants in India. However, there are many different minor pageants as well, like Miss Earth India and Miss Intercontinental India, Miss International India. So there are many minor pageants, but Femina Miss India and Miss Diva pageant are the two major pageants in India, which is headed by the Times Group, and many of the winners of Miss World and Miss Universe title holders have been given by the very same organization. So usually Femina Miss India organization starts its audition in December or January. This time it was quite late because they conducted the Miss Diva pageant a little bit earlier than the scheduled time. So Femina Miss India organization initially starts giving its online application form where you have to fill in the details, your three pictures. One is mid-length picture, full-length picture and close-up picture. So make sure you get your portfolio done. Now when we talk about portfolios, usually people think that it has to be done by somebody who is extremely professional and they go on spending more than 50,000 over one single photo shoot. So I will not suggest you to go for such expensive photo shoots, but rather you can ask any of your photographer friend or someone who has a very good camera to take some decent pictures of you. Don't go on spending a lot of money in portfolios, but if you have a good portfolio shoot, it does make a lot of impression at Femina Miss India pageant when you send in your application. So this is the first thing, that you need to get your portfolio sorted. Now another criteria of Femina Miss India pageant is that you must be of 5'5" height. Now the next step is filling out all your important details like your cell phone number, your passport number. Even if you don't have a passport, make sure that you prepare it by the end of the audition. So even if you're selected, there are not any glitches or any problems in between. So this is how you prepare for your documents. And after filling all your details successfully, you will get an audition call either by email or by call, and then they are going to call you for the audition. Now the Femina Miss India criteria has changed. Initially Femina Miss India used to organize or conduct the auditions only in some selected metro cities, but now that the criteria has changed, each state carries its own audition and they scout talents from all the states in different city auditions in different states. Then 3 girls are selected from each state during the auditions, and then they go on to compete in a zonal round, which is the North Zone, the South Zone, the East and the West Zone. So make sure that you are aware about your zone, in what zone your state is falling into. And then you go through previous zonal auditions and videos, which is easily available on YouTube on Beauty Pageant Times of India channel. You can go on and have a look like how they conduct the auditions. When you go on to compete in any pageant, the first thing is how much impression you can make in any audition. So when you go for audition, make sure you carry your LBD, which is little black dress. Make sure that your little black dress, the cocktail dress which you pick, is easily eye-catching. It should not make you look uncomfortable and it should stand out. It should not be very glittery and shimmery, but on the same time it should not be extremely simple to get unnoticed. So make sure that your cocktail dress is simple but at the same time quite elegant to make an impression, because this is how you go forward in any audition. There are 2 question answer rounds when you go for auditions. The first question and answer round asks you about your basic introduction. So introduction does not only mean telling about yourself, how you have been born and brought up in your city, but something which tells something unique about you, how you can stand as an individual among the crowd. So this is the time where you have to make your mark felt magnificently. You have to make sure that you are not only simply stating about your education or your family background, but you are saying something which may let them think that you're here for a cause. You're not simply here to waste your time in any audition, or you're not just taking this Femina Miss India beauty pageant as a stepping stone towards more better modeling projects, or say getting a ticket to Bollywood or entertainment industry. So this is something which you need to keep in mind. You cannot come here and say anything what you want to. You have to be very precise, you have to be very concise, and you have to make sure that you have a purpose behind joining a beauty pageant. It should not be because just I wanted to be a beauty queen and hence I came here. It was my childhood dream. Now this is a very common phrase which I hear from the girls in every audition. It was my childhood dream. I agree that it is the childhood dream of many girls, including me. It was my childhood dream as well at some point of time. So this is true, but there has to be a purpose behind joining any beauty pageant. So before you go on to join any beauty pageant, make sure you have done enough research for any beauty pageant. Now Femina Miss India sends representatives for Miss World, Miss Grand International and Miss Supranational. So make sure you do research on all these 3 pageants and have a look at the kind of winners they have been producing in last few years. Now if we look at the Miss World pageant, there are many pre-pageant activities which they call as the fast track sub-contest, which requires many of the things to be taken care of before you go on to compete at Miss World pageant. Now the first thing and the foremost important thing if you want to compete at the Miss World pageant is your Beauty with a Purpose project. Now Beauty with a Purpose project is not simply any charitable work you are doing normally or casually. I do respect your philanthropic cause, but besides that you have to prove its long-term goal and long-term substantial importance in the society if you are working behind a cause. Now you must have followed the journey of Manushi Chillar, who went on to win Miss World 2017. So her philanthropic cause was raising awareness on menstrual hygiene. So this is not only raising awareness about menstrual hygiene, but she went on to actually create an industry where women from rural areas were appointed to work in that industry, providing sanitary to the other women. So those women got employment in return. Now if you had been following Miss World pageant since last few years, you must have also noticed that Miss World Indonesia, formerly, I am not actually able to recall her name at the moment, but she built a bridge so as to make sure that her children from her village are able to cross that bridge and reach to their school. So this was something which was actually important and relevant in the given society in the given time. So your Beauty with a Purpose project cannot be any random thing where you join an NGO and you just simply say that I am associated to the cause and I am here for a charitable cause. You have to have a proper vision how your project is going to help and empower others. Is it actually relevant in the present scenario, or you're just simply stating it for the namesake? So this is very important. Make sure that your Beauty with a Purpose project is actually well researched and something which can have a vision in the society. So this is something which you need to keep in mind while preparing for your Beauty with a Purpose project. It would be extremely great if you take time to prepare for your Beauty with a Purpose project for about 1 or 2 years, so that when you reach to the Miss India pageant, people should realize that you're not here just for namesake, but you have been working over the course since past many years, and how much this title means to you and how confidently you can project that title. So when you reach to the Miss World pageant, you have to show your project in a form of presentation where you have to justify your cause and how relevant it can be in the present society. Moving ahead, the next round, the next sub-contest in the Miss World pageant is the top model round, where you walk on the runway. So you need to have a proper runway skills when you compete for Miss India pageant, or let's say any pageant. Now Miss World is not solely focused on how is your stage presence and how you walk, but whenever you become a spokesperson of any organization, there are many fashion shows, there are many photo shoots where you need to show your runway skills, where you need to show how photogenic you are. So in order to ensure that, you can join any pageant training academy. There are two prominent pageant training academies in India. There have been many, but there are two pageant academies in India which are very prominent. The first one is Tiara, which is headed by Ritika Ramitri, and the other one is by Alicia Rao, which is the Cocoberry pageant training academy. So you can join any of the two. I would suggest you go for Cocoberry, because in last few years many of the prominent title holders have emerged out from Cocoberry pageant training academy, and also Alicia Rao is the official ramp walk trainer for Miss India organization, so she knows how things work at the pageant, so she can give you the first-hand experience as well. So you can join any of these two pageant academies where you get to learn about how to pose for pictures, how to do your basic makeup, and how to walk on the stage. So these are many things which you need to keep in mind. The other thing is sports round. That is not very important for winning the Miss World title, but if you are athletic enough to show your strength and stamina, it would be great. So make sure you are involved in some kind of sports. You have to be little strenuous when you compete at a beauty pageant. You cannot be any delicate girl who gets affected very easily. So this is one thing you need to keep in mind again. The other thing, the other round, the other sub-contest at the Miss World pageant is the talent round. That round is also present in Femina Miss India. So for the talent round, you can either learn any classical dance form or any dance form, or you can learn any playing any music instrument or singing or anything which you're very good at. So make sure you have a talent. You cannot simply go there and say I don't have any talent, any specific talent, or I have a lot of talents and not able to showcase any one of them proficiently. So this is what you need to keep in mind. You have one talent or so. The other round, which is the newly introduced round at the Miss World pageant, is the head-to-head challenge, where you sit across with 4-5 different representatives from different countries and you discuss on one single topic. The host asks you a question and you answer it spontaneously at one point of time. So make sure you are involved in a lot of group discussions and you participate in events in your college. So whenever any question is put to you, you deal it very confidently, and you can sort it out in a more organized way. So make sure you are well aware with the current scenario, what's going on in the country. You need to have an opinion about everything which is going around you. So you cannot simply say that since I'm associated to fashion industry, I am not interested in politics. So when somebody says I am not interested in politics, this is a major loophole, because even when you compete at the Miss Universe pageant, right now we are talking about the Miss World pageant, but even if you compete at the Miss Universe pageant, you need to be aware about political scenario, because most of the questions in the top 5 are usually asked from the politics and the current happenings in the worldwide. So this is what you need to be aware of. Now coming to the zonal round, what happens in the zonal round is same as what happens in any beauty pageant. You get involved in photo shoots, there are talent round, there are many sub-contests, minor sub-contests, and the most important one is the closed door interview. Now the closed door interview is like a stress test. So when you go and face that interview, you are questioned not only about your background, but whatever you have been saying there, everything has an impact. So do not say anything just out of blue. You have to make sure that whatever you're saying tells something about your personality. The kind of words you select while speaking about yourself should be very carefully chosen. You cannot simply choose any adjective to describe yourself and not prove it. So you have to be very clear about the kinds of words you have been selecting and how concisely you can answer any question. You cannot beat the bush and you cannot go on and on and on discussing any question and answer. You have to reach to some point of time where you reach a climax and you get your purpose served by the end of the answer. Like, this is the full stop and this is what I mean by my speech. So this is something which you need to keep in mind, and this will happen only when you watch a lot of interviews, press conferences and top 5 question and answer round of previous editions of beauty pageants. So make sure you watch all of the national pageants, important national pageants like Miss USA, Miss Universe, international pageants. These are the pageants where actually your question and answer values a lot. It values your individuality, how you answer it. That is more important than what you're answering. So if you're answering any question and you say that my answer was really good, I am not sure why I wasn't selected. So your answer might be good, but the way how you answer it, how convincing you come across while answering that question, that is where your individuality sparks and how your inner charisma comes out in front of the judges as well as in front of the audience. So if you don't have something very different, the it factor in you, and you cannot find anything special about you, anything unique or individual about you, then I'm sure that others definitely will not find anything special in you. So you have to find your inner speciality, like what is it that makes you different from others. That is something which you need to be very sure of. So this was basically in consideration of all the pageants, but more precisely to the Miss World pageant. Now coming to the Miss Grand International pageant. If you are to compete in Miss Grand International pageant, make sure that you have a very good body, you're fit. So if you haven't joined gym yet, you can go on to any gym, join it and either learn workout at home. So make sure you are in a good shape when you compete at a beauty pageant. Your body plays a major role at a pageant like Miss Supranational or Miss Grand International because it still has swimsuit competition, whereas Miss World does not have any swimsuit competition. Also, this is a very common question which is asked by the people at my Instagram, that is a swimsuit round compulsory at Femina Miss India? No, the Femina Miss India pageant does not hold swimsuit auditions during its audition. So you can be very comfortable. Also, if you are to compete in any beauty pageant, especially if you're looking out to settle as either first runner-up or the winner, because winning the crown is not easy, so you may settle down for first or second runner-up at some point of time. So you have to be very comfortable in your own skin. You have to get very comfortable in front of camera, how people are perceiving you. So these are some things which you have to keep in mind. Now coming to Miss Supranational pageant. Miss Supranational pageant looks more for personalities who can stand out easily in the crowd. Now if you look at our former two Miss Supranational title holders, which is Asha Bhatt and Srinidhi Shetty, both of them are very unique. So if you follow them on Instagram, you can see how fun personality they are to watch for and how convincing they come across. So when Srinidhi competed for the Femina Miss India pageant, she did not had extremely professional photo shoots. She did had some good portfolios, but she did not had extremely professional photo shoots. But she stood out because she believed in herself. She was herself. Same goes with Asha Bhatt. Asha Bhatt had done some good shoots earlier, but at the time when she was competing, she was so confident about herself that even after her elimination, she was brought back in the wildcard entry. So your unique individuality matters a lot. So if you are to prepare for any pageant, there are few points you need to keep in mind. The first thing is you start believing in yourself. That is most important. You start believing in yourself. You take yourself very carefully, and you do not take yourself casually that I am not someone who can build the ground. If you believe in yourself, I'm sure that inner confidence will also reflect at some point of time. You may be an introvert but still be a beauty queen. So this is where your inner confidence lies. The second thing which you need to keep in mind is a good walk and posture, which you can easily learn from any of the pageant training academies. Just like I suggested, either go to the Tiara or go to the Coco Berry. I will suggest you to go for Coco Berry. So where you can learn the important techniques of how to stand, how to face the camera, how to pose for pictures, how to have a proper dining etiquette, how to choose words carefully for introducing yourself, and most importantly, how to have a good stage presence, or how promptly you can answer questions. This brings me to the third important thing which you need to keep in mind is how you can carry your posture and demeanor while answering the question answer round. Read newspapers, watch news, be aware about the political scenario which is going around, so you have an opinion on everything. Somebody who is well educated will certainly have an edge over others who are not as educated as the other person. So that education always plays a key factor even when you're competing in any beauty pageant. You cannot simply be a beauty, but you have to be beauty with a brain and with addition of personality. So this is something which you need to keep in mind. Now this brings me to another most frequently asked question, which is how much do we need to spend, and do we need to buy a lot of gowns and cocktail dress. So you need to have at least, the pageant continues for 30 days. So you need to have at least 30 outfits for each of the day, and you need to carry the cocktail dresses, jumpsuits, lounge dresses, resort wear, and few evening gowns, like say 3 or 4 evening gowns. And you need to have good pair of heels. I would suggest you to go for nude and black heels for sure, which can match with any outfit. Even if you try to change, you can go comfortably in any of the footwear. So that is something which you need to keep in mind. Do not grow your nails a lot. Do not go for very long nails because it is not much appreciated in the pageant town. When you observe winners like Rolling Strauss or Olivia Culpo, you can see that their nails were not very long when they competed for the international beauty pageant. So you can understand that growing long nails is not very much appreciated in the pageant town. The other thing which you have to keep in mind is to learn how to do your makeup perfectly. And I'm not very good at doing my own makeup very well, but yes, I can manage it well, but you don't have to compare it with me. When you go on to compete for any beauty pageant, the first thing they look for is perfection in how you present yourself. Your hair need to be in a proper way. Your makeup and dress needs to be in a very polished way. So this is how you're judged at different points of time. So this is something which you need to keep in mind. You have to look presentable at all the time, even if you're going out for dinner, or maybe even if you're going out for any pageant activity. So this is something which you need to keep in mind. Now coming to the Miss Diva pageant, what does Miss Diva pageant actually stand for? Miss Diva pageant sends Indian representatives for Miss Universe pageant. Initially, both the title holders used to come from Femina Miss India, but in 2013, Mansi Moge was the first Miss Diva winner to be sent to the Miss Universe pageant. So Miss Diva pageant does not conduct state-wise audition, but it conducts auditions in different metro cities. So the procedure is very same like Femina Miss India. You need to fill an online application form, you need to send your 3 pictures and all the important details. Then you're called up for auditions. The audition is also very much same like that of Femina Miss India. The only change I would say in Miss Diva pageant is when you audition, you have to carry your swimwear as well in addition to the little black dress. Apart from that, Miss Diva pageant focuses more on how polished you are as an individual when it comes to your body, how you carry yourself on stage. So here your charitable projects do not play a very major role. here your body, your personality and how you talk on stage is appreciated more. But again, if we look at the Miss Universe winners we have had recently, they are very well spoken, they are very well educated, so education always is essential. So make sure you do not drop out from your college at the age of 19 or 20 just for the sake of competing in a beauty pageant. Now this again brings me another interesting factor. Usually when the Miss World pageant crowns its winner, most of the winners are about 22 or 23, 21 to 23 years old. But on the other hand, if we look at the winners of Miss Universe pageant, we can see that winners like Pia Wurtzbach or even her runner-up Olivia Jordan was more than 26 or 27 at the time when they were competing for the Miss Universe title. So while Miss Universe may prefer some mature girls, Miss World always prefers for somebody who is subtle in age and who is a little youthful. So if you are competing for Miss World title, make sure you compete before 24 at least. And if you want to win Miss Universe crown for India, because there have been only 2 winners till date, so if you actually want to do something for India, winning the Miss Universe crown, and you think that you have the it factor to crack the Miss Universe audition, Miss Universe India auditions, then you can be 24 to 27, 23 to 27. So you need not to be very young. Now why I say that 21 to 23 is a very good age for participating in a pageant, because usually you are very mature by that age and you can handle yourself pretty well. For somebody who is very young and they go out for audition and once or twice they fail, they lose their hope and they don't plan to come back. So for them this comes as a shock. So we have had winners like Priyanka Chopra or Sushmita Sen who were 18 years old at the time when they won their international pageants. But in recent years we have seen that the organization prefers somebody who is very mature. Now if we observe at the Femina Miss India and Miss Diva title holders we have had lately, they do not have the same kind of wisdom which Priyanka and Sushmita had at the time when they were competing for their national and international pageants. So there is one thin line. So if you think you're very well spoken and you're not only speaking politically correct but convincingly correct, then you can definitely join a beauty pageant even at the age of 18. But I will again suggest you to complete your education, to focus on your educational career as well before you go on to throw yourself completely to beauty pageant or modeling industry, so that even after your age fades you have something to back up for in your life. So this is something which I would really suggest. Now Miss Supranational beauty pageant also is Miss Diva pageant now holds franchise of Miss Supranational pageant. Now you might be very confused because I initially stated that Femina Miss India sends title holders to Miss Supranational as well. So there have been some occasions where Afreen was, who was Femina Miss India first runner-up, she was sent to Miss Supranational pageant, but Asha Bhatt, Srinidhi Shetty and the recent Miss Supranational India Avriti Chaudhary has also been selected from Miss Diva pageant. So it keeps on fluctuating at times, so this is not something you need to be worried about. But you have to have a research on all the beauty pageants where Times Group is sending their representatives to, because at the end that is one family which is conducting 2 different national pageants to cater representatives for different international organizations. Now I guess this was a basic information, all what I could provide regarding Femina Miss India and Miss Diva pageant. If you have something additional to ask for, you can always leave your comment in the comment section below. So I will answer your questions in the Q&A video which I'll be doing every fortnight. So I will see you soon with a new video. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, comment and share the content if you like it. And also follow me on all the social media platforms, the Kaleidoscope of Pageantry at Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Also, we are very close to 10k followers on Instagram, the link of which I will leave you in the description box below. So I understand that you all have been following me ardently since 2016, which is why we were able to reach 21 million views on www.tkop.org. So so I'm sure that you can do that with Instagram TKOP official as well. So make sure you follow me on all the social media platforms. Until